Welcome back. Today we're doing lesson 31 on page 26. We're solving for y. Now most of this we've done on our 5-minute quizzes, but we're still going to take a little bit of time to go through this and refresh our memories. So exercise 1, I'm going to skip around and just do a couple of different problems. For each one of these, we're solving for y. So remember, here's our equal to. All we want to do is get this y by itself. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. There goes away. Bring down your y, and you're left with -7 and a -3x. We didn't have to divide anything here because there's an invisible 1 in front of the y. Now if we move down to problem 3, here's my equal to bar. So we have an x and a y on the same side. So just like the other problem, I'm going to subtract 3x on both sides. And I have 2y equals 6 minus 3x. Now I'm going to divide by 2. And that's how we've been writing it. Well, let's write like that. So we've been leaving it like this in our 5-minute quizzes, but really it's this. 6 over 2 minus 3 over 2, or 3x over 2. I can simplify that. That's a 3. So you end up with y equals 3 minus 3 over 2x. You're going this way is totally fine. For your homework, you're going to need to be able to simplify that. Let's do number 4. It's 5x minus 6y equals 12. There's an invisible plus sign here. The minus goes with the 6. So we subtract 5x. Goes away. Remember, bring down that minus. Minus 6y equals 12 minus 5x. Now we divide by -6. So we divide everything by -6, which means we have 12 over -6. And then we have a minus and a negative. So I can do minus negative, which we know makes a positive 5 over 6. Oops. Before I do this, I can simplify that. And we have, oops, oh my gosh, losing my mind. -2 plus 5 over 6x. Now there are some on the next page that are already simplified. Let me show you one. Problem 14. Y is already by itself. This is already done. And problem 13 is tricky. There is no y equals. You can't get y by itself. This is it. It's a vertical line. That's all there is for that. Now, I want you to go to page 28. So for page 28, and let's see, you're going to solve for y. Okay, and then write in y equals mx plus b form. Okay, we'll do a few of these, and then you have to identify the slope and the y-intercept. Just making sure I'm still recording. So for this, we subtract 5x on both sides of our equals. We have 2y equals 10 minus 5x. So when I divide by 2, I can divide this whole thing, or I can just put a divide sign under each term. Sometimes that's easier, especially when you have to answer questions. So I have 5 minus. Now remember, we need to identify the slope and the y-intercept. Y equals mx. The slope is the m, the y-intercept is the b. The slope is the number in front of the x. The b is the number all by itself. So you can leave it like this, or you can flip the order, 5 over 2x plus 5. Either way, it doesn't matter. But we do have to say the slope is negative 5 over 2, just the number, not the variable. And the y-intercept here is 5. So what I'd like you to do is pause the video, solve all of these for y, and then we'll go through the slope and the y-intercept. I'm going to do the same thing. All right, here we go. So if you look at number 16, I ended up with 12 minus 2x. I could also write this as y equals negative 2x plus 12. It does not matter. What I want to point out, I'm going to use a different color. This is our m. It's the number in front of the x. That's our b. So our slope is negative 2. Our y-intercept is 12. Down here, here's our slope, negative 4. Y-intercept, negative 2. And then our last one, our slope is the number in front of the x, and our y-intercept is 3. So what you need to do is finish pages 26, 27. We did 28. And then eventually, we will also be doing pages 29 through 30. Then you can check back for the next video. Take care, guys.